Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on when and where you're watching this. It's your girl Kemi, aka Chemistry, and welcome to my channel. I am back with another video. I know it's been a while. And reason why it's been a while, May was a very hectic month for me. I was grinding, working a lot. Life was lifing, but you know what? We got through it. We made it. We're in June, or knee deep in June, and life is great. So I'm in a new environment. I'm coming to you live, yet recorded, from Pelham, New York. I'm in the park right around the corner from my house. I got some new equipment. I'm testing out my tripod, and I got a mic, and I wanted to see how this is going to work shooting outside, because I plan to do a lot of outside shoots, assuming that it's nice and hot and the weather is lovely. So trying to check out the volume, noise cancellation, etc. and etc. Plus I owe you a video. Yes, so this is Life and Times, Kemi as a radio presenter, life after radio. And it's actually appropriate that I'm doing it around this time. This is the Monday after Father's Day weekend. And those of you who know me know I lost my father Father's Day weekend 12 years ago. Very rough times. That was the first time I actually lost someone that close to me. I mean, you know, people die all the time. That's the facts of life. You born, you die. But that was the first time somebody that close to me passed away. And considering that I was the one that found the body and I was the one that had to make all the funeral arrangements and stuff, this time of the year is always very dark and weird for me. But, you know, figured I might commemorate it by doing a video. And the best place to start is where I left off in the last video. So April 2009, I lost my job, got fired from Inspiration FM, and by then I was so sickly, I was so exhausted that I flew out to go see my dad, who at the time was the Nigerian ambassador to ECOWAS. So just went over there to just go rest. And I just remember getting off that plane, and his driver came to pick me up from the airport, and the way he looked at me, it was like he's seen a skeleton or something. And when I saw my father, he just gasped. He was like, okay. And it was Easter weekend. We were supposed to go to church together. And he was just like, I don't think you should go anywhere. I think you just stay in the room and relax. And I guess I looked that bad, basically. So eventually, I mean, after a week in Abidjan, you know, he had a chef. You know, the ambassador life was very, very sweet. He had a chef, driver, everything. So I got to really rest and recover from everything that happened with Inspiration. And I was myself again. And now, mind you, they fired me and they never paid me my last month's salary. So now I'm broke. I have no job and I'm broke. So it was me trying to get a lawyer, trying to sue them to get my money. I signed a 2-year contract. I only worked 5 months. They fired me. On top of that, they didn't give me my last month's salary. I don't know how they thought I was going to survive, but you know, what else? So it was me trying to sue them. At the same time, trying to pick up the pieces of my life. What am I going to do next? Because I wasn't really planning on ever getting fired from my job. I didn't have a plan B. So life was very weird. I even tried to go back to rhythm. Of course, they're not going to take me back. I left. And thank God they didn't. Why would I even go back to some place that I wasn't even happy in the first place? So that was 2009. Later on that year, my sister was getting married. So my dad and I flew out to New York. That was the last time I believe the family was together and whole. Because after the wedding, he goes back to Abidjan. I don't know what happened, but they had to rush him to the hospital. I think maybe his appendix burst or something. But while they were in there, I guess they found a tumor. And he got diagnosed with colon cancer. So 2009, yeah. They always say it's darkest before it's light. So 2009 was a pretty crappy year. I lost my job. Father gets diagnosed with cancer. Trying to figure out what to do with life. It was just a weird time. I remember the following year, of course, my father, of course, he's getting treatment. I'm shuttling between Abidjan, New York, because my family still lives in New York, and Lagos, so I'm still trying to figure out my life. I just remember trying to reach out to people, trying to ask for help, assistance, and nobody had my time. And things got really quiet. So when I was on radio, right, my phone would always be busy. Everybody had my time. Everybody was trying to be my bestie. Everyone was trying to be my friend. The phone was ringing nonstop. But when I lost my job, it was as if to say, you're no longer useful, you're no longer relevant. So nobody has my time. I was sad about it. I was very sad about it. And I didn't realize that I really didn't have any friends. Like a handful of people. It was sad. That's something I wish nobody would ever experience in life. You go from being top-notch popular, everybody wants to be around you, to being persona non grata, nobody wants to be around you, nobody has your time anymore. Especially since I helped so many people, Like I remember so many people wanted airplay, they wanted my time, they would always invite me out, invite me here, there, and it was just like, I guess fake love. Whatevs. Can you hear those kids? I love high school kids. But at least if I play this back and it's not that loud, that means this mic is working for sure. Anyway, hi YouTube. Hi YouTube. Aren't y'all supposed to be in school or something? No more school? You dropped out. All right. Well, I hope you have a job. Yeah? Okay. Bye. She just love the babies. I'm keeping this in the video. Oh, that's staying. We're about to do this. So where was I? So yeah, nobody had my time. Nobody cared for me. It was just whatever. So I'm shuttling between Abidjan, Lagos, New York, trying to find my way. My father is doing chemo. And in the midst of him doing, chemotherapy, the people at his office, I guess, decided that was a good time to plot and get his job. So I guess one of the assistant ambassadors decided to use that as an opportunity to go to Abuja, to the ECOWAS office, say all kinds of things about my dad, which eventually led to him being fired. Don't you just love people? That's why Africans were a very special breed of people. So my dad ended up losing his job while he was doing chemo because of something some guy in his office said. Or maybe they didn't believe he was really doing treatment. I don't know. It was just weird. So he had to come back, and we had to pack up the house in Abidjan, move back to Lagos, and then him continue his treatment. So now he's broke. Well, actually, they were supposed to give him a severance package, but he never got that. So the day he died, they never paid him a severance package. So now we're both broke. We're both commiserating about how we both lost our jobs. And it was just super duper weird. So I'm going to fast forward to 2012. I'm in New York. I'm going back to, by this time, my dad had gone to Nigeria because, like, listen, I'm not doing anything until I get my money, because what the heck? I get fired. I'm doing chemo. My life is, the quality of life changes when you have cancer, like, and especially colon cancer. It's like now you can't eat certain things anymore. So it's like, I need my money. So it was me and him in Nigeria. We're both broke. I had some money saved up, so we're just living off that. And of course, you can only live off that for so long. I'm still trying to sue Inspiration, because by this time they still haven't paid me. This is 3 years in, they still haven't paid me. Still going, still trying to do it, and I don't know. It just kept getting worse and worse. And I just saw my dad getting so depressed. I think at that time I was so desperate I even tried to get a job at Cool FM. But I heard through the grapevine that Daddy Freeze put a kibosh on that. And you know what? I'm actually kind of grateful, because he gives Dan Foster Wild Child 3.0 vibes. And, he was never really my friend anyway. I mean, rumor has it that guy didn't really see it from me. Feeling is mutual, but what else? Fast forward to June, my father's health had taken a severe turn for the worst. And long story short, June 15th, he passed away. I found his body. Gone, just like that. So now, and then the weirdest thing, an uncle that I hadn't seen in, I don't know, decades, all of a sudden he's there. I'm like, where did this guy come from? Took my dad's body to the mortuary. I had to do the painful sitting down, getting on the phone, call my mom, call the sister, call the family, let everybody know what happened. That's something I don't wish on anybody. Making phone calls and telling people that your father passed away. And then the weirdest thing is I'm telling people my dad passed away, and then now they're crying, and I'm consoling them. And I'm like, wait, I'm his kid. Why am I consoling y'all? So, yeah. I need a minute. So, during all that time, family members I hadn't seen in a long time decided that they want to show up. Not because they cared about his body or anything, but it was more like, so we want the house. We're here for the house. We're here for the car. We're here for everything. And I'm just like, yo, I just lost my father, right? And he has kids. This is kind of my inheritance. Why do you feel like you have to take everything? But this is, if you're African, Nigerian specifically, I'm sure you've gone through this where the family members feel like they own the guy's property and the wife and kids get nothing. Yeah, so burying my dad, that was a movie. Just all around 12 years ago around this time, trying to bury him, they kidnapped the body, or they tried to hijack the body. I had to go to members in government or somebody to help us out. Like, listen, I'm trying to bury my dad and they're kidnapping the body. My older sister, flew down. So it's me and her against the entire Olisemeka clan. Eventually, we got to bury him. And I think that was when I realized, like, you know what? I don't need to be in Nigeria anymore. My family's nuts. I have no friends. Nobody sees it for me. Nobody wants to help me out. Nobody wants to help me find another job. And then what really did it for me, immediately after the funeral, my mom gets diagnosed with breast cancer. And when that happened, I was like, yeah, I think it's time for me to leave Nigeria. It's this time. I'm just going to go take care of my mom and sort it out. Like, it's time. Like, I can't do this anymore. I didn't tell anybody about my mom's cancer diagnosis because it wasn't anyone's business, for one. And at that time, I was just like, I didn't care. And I saw all the headlines. Everyone's like, oh, you just ran away. Runaway radio presenter. I saw it all. And I was like, you know what? There's nothing I can ever do to ever appease you people in Nigeria. There's nothing I can ever do for you guys to ever see it for me. So, you know what? You think I ran away? Run with it. Whatever you think of me, fine. I don't care anymore. I just want to get happy and I just want to live my life. And I think that's probably the best decision I ever made, was to just pack up my bags and just come back to New York. That was the best thing I ever did because life has been great ever since. It's like the universe just opened up for me. I started getting healthier. I just didn't even think about doing radio anymore. I was just doing brand ambassador work. And, people in America actually think I'm a fine girl. So my looks was opening doors. I was getting a lot of brand ambassador work. I got into the liquor industry, started working with Moet Hennessy, doing tastings, and just, getting happy, being around my family. My mom's in remission, by the way. She, after chemo and all that, watching her go through all that, she's in remission. She's doing very well. That's okay. And, yeah. I'm not mad at all. Will I ever come back to Nigeria? I mean, maybe one day, but that whole experience was very traumatic for me. And when I left, I just didn't look back because there was nothing there for me. I mean, half the country hated me for some reason. I don't know what I did to you guys, but the hate was next level, something I never want to ever experience again. Like I said, so this day I can't watch Nollywood movies because when I watch Nollywood movies, I'm just reminded of the people and places and things that I was around that got me so sad. And I just never want to do that again. I'm very happy here. I mean, you can tell, right? He's not looking salty. And for a 46-year-old, it's not bad. So, yeah, I'm doing this in memory of my dad, Father's Day weekend, especially around from the 15th to the burial date, the 28th of June, is always a very tough time because I'm just reminded of everything that happened. And living in Nigeria, it's just, I don't know. Anyway, that's my video. And hopefully this came out well because, I like this tripod. I like this mic. So if it's uploaded, it means that I like the final result. And yeah, stay tuned for the next one. Please like, comment, subscribe, share, tell a friend, tell a foe, tell everybody. All right, y'all. Cheers.